What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Dying Light, where we're just kind of like chilling out. I've spent an insane... Look at all that loot over there. I have spent an utterly insane amount of time trying to clear this place out, and I'm willing to bet there's probably something good up in here somewhere if we can make it work. You can jump on zombies' heads, by the way. You can get your, like, Super Mario Brothers on and just be like, boop, boop, and, like, jump on top of them if you really want to. You get a special ability for it later, too, that makes you drop with, like, higher velocity. But, yeah, some serious zombie killing up in here. Some real resources being expended in order to take this place. We already went through one of our epic weapons. It's broken. There's also a hole in the ground right here. I'm not really sure how that affects things. I don't know if I'm brave enough to jump down into it yet. However, let's loot some stuff. How's that sound? See what we can get out of this situation. I'm willing to bet there's probably something good in and over there. There has to be. Out of here. There's got to be something really good in there. I don't know. The place is slowly clearing out. Like, I stood around for about 15 minutes in between episodes just killing zombies, trying to get this thing cleared out. I tried out the explosive ninja stars. You may want to hold off on those. The explosive ninja stars draw a lot of attention from the sprinty zombies, like the really, like, runny, angry ones. Both runny and also kind of, like, drippy ones. It's not so good. A lot of them show up. They're like, hey, what is that loud noise? It sounds kind of delicious. And then they get after it, and it's unpleasant. So anyways, the explosive ninja stars, we'll play around with them in a little bit, but as for right now, let's just focus on looting, because honestly, there's a lot of stuff laying around, and we need to recover at this point. So there we go. Get some of these resources back that we had gained from other locations. This is how you make money right here. Oh yeah, there was a second airdrop, by the way. There was another one on the other side, so technically we have 2 of those backpacks right now. I'm not sure what the maximum you can carry is. I'm assuming that it might be limited in the collaborative mode or the co-op mode, because frankly, they would leave 2 here. It seems like that would be the reason why, so that both you and your friend could run the supply drop if you were so inclined. I don't know how you feel about leaning or, you know, being mathematically related, but if you're inclined, like a plane or, you know, a line or whatever else, there you go. Loot those 2 things and take them back with you. We should have enough supplies right now to basically make anything we need for a large chunk of the remainder of the game, I think. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff in our backpack. We haven't even looted everything. Let's do a head count right now. So honestly, we've got more cigarettes than we need. We've got 29 alcohol, 35 metal parts. I mean, the amount of stuff we're carrying around right now is absolutely mind-boggling, and we made a bunch of cash out of it too. So I feel like it wasn't too much of a waste of time. I do need to find some string around. That's the only thing, is that making Molotovs requires string for some reason. I'm not really sure what the actual string theory is surrounding the reason why we need string in order to make a Molotov, but it is what it is. Let's go have a look in here. Maybe see if we can't figure out what are all these zombies drawn to. That's what I'm confused about right now, is like, why are they so excited about this area? Typically in storylines, there's got to be a reason why there's so many. Oh yeah, we leveled up too. I didn't mention that. There's one that's on fire over there. So because we definitely don't play him in NBA Jam right now, that's the worst plan ever. He will own your ass. You will pick Pippen, and you will pick, was it Jordan and Pippen? It had to be Jordan and Pippen. That's the only 2 that it could have been. Everybody played the Bulls back then. People that weren't even from Chicago were like, yeah, the Bulls are legit. Just because of Jordan and Pippen. Dream team. No, never mind. I remember Jordan wasn't in the game because I think they wanted him to pay. It was Pippen, and it might have been... What's his name? Dude with the nose rings and the crazy hairstyle. Dennis Rodman. There we go. Yeah, this is not going to play out for you. This is definitely not going to work out. Hey, stop resisting my kicks. Yeah, there's a spike pit behind you right now. How do you feel? Oh, you're walking towards the press. Oh, and there it is. Precipice found. Let's go ahead. There's $15, really? You're a special zombie. You're supposed to have more than that. How do I get in here? Maybe it's for a storyline quest later. I figure there's got to be some reason why there's so many damn zombies around this place. There's got to be some real, like, justification for why that's a thing. Unfortunately, for the time being, I guess we're just going to have to live with the fact that it's not something we can reveal. Maybe we need a key or something later on. Looking through the window. Oh, it looks like there might be something in there. Either way, that guy's got a hammer. He's waving at us. Oh, he's friendly. He just wants to be friendly. Like, hey, you look delicious. Would you like to come hang out with me inside my mouth? I realize that's a weird way to ask this question, but honestly, I'm a zombie. Nobody cares if I have social graces. Why would I spend the time to develop them? There's got to be something good in here. Like, why would there be this many zombies around unless there was something, like, legit hidden up in here somewhere? Like a recipe or anything else. I don't even care what it is at this point. I'm just sort of curious. That was a bad plan. And I don't have the shoulder run ability either. Later on, you get kind of like a a Dead Rising type shoulder run ability where you can run across zombies' shoulders and launch off of their faces and things like that. For now, though, I think I'm just going to try and stay out. I feel like there should be something awesome back up in here, but I guess I'll just note it for later. Where is this at on the map so that I can come back for it later? The power station is slightly south. Actually, it's just a little bit to the southeast of our normal tower location. Actually, it's behind the safe zone that Spike is in. So that makes for an easy run location, I guess. I don't know. I was hoping we would find something good up in here. Maybe I'm just bad at the game, though, and I don't see it. But I'm willing to bet there's something in here that I haven't seen. But I've spent enough time. This has been about, like, a 35-minute experiment for me. Just kind of, like, running around and seeing what... Was there anything in this building, by the way? Oh, there is. Okay, so let's grab that. Duck at the tape. Got that duck at the tape. Ooh, they've got themselves a lovely little med kit over here as well, just in case you need yourself some gauze. And so having Zona, the space dog, epic video game adventure that you will never forget. My parents are Chihuahua people, so I find Chihuahuas to be... I don't know, Chihuahuas have a weird smell. That's the only thing about Chihuahuas that I don't like. I like Chihuahuas. They don't bother me like small dogs bother some people. Like, I'll freely admit they're not real dogs. Like, that's the dog you get, like, when you just kind of want to have a dog that's not actually in need of, like, walkings and things like that. Either way, my parents are Chihuahua people. So are my grandparents. My grandparents have, like, 8 of them. Seriously, my grandparents have a lot of Chihuahuas. Oh, there's another one over here. I'm gonna firebomb you guys because I feel like it's the better plan for right now. And then I might consider maybe breaking out the ninja stars. Oh no, those ones are weaker. Maybe they buffed the ones for the storyline because people were attacking them anyways. Because those ones were just like the ones in the press demo. They died really, really quick. So I don't know. I don't know if this guy's actually dead. He seems like he's been there for a long time. So even though they were bragging about killing that guy, I don't know. What's that right there? A brick hammer. Okay, so a bricklayer's hammer. A bricklayer's hammer is just like a hammer with a square face on the front of it, and it has like a really, really long... flat chisel on the other side. I don't know if that's due to the fact that it works with masonry. I'm not really sure. I've never done a whole lot of bricklaying work. Somebody that actually does masonry or does construction related to masonry will have to pipe in here and fill in my ignorance. But basically, I know what a mason's hammer is. We call it a mason's hammer. We don't call it a brick hammer where I'm at. At least where you go to... I've heard some people call it a bricklayer's hammer, but they call it a masonry hammer, a bricklayer's hammer when you go to the supermarket here to get one. But yeah, brick hammer. It's just kind of... It is what it is. I don't know. I think our claw hammer's still good. Which one did I break? That one? Okay, so that one's broken, so I'll put in the police baton for right now because the police baton is super legit. Actually, I talked about the bricklayer's hammer. That's what it looks like right there. That's pretty much the stereotypical bricklayer's hammer. I'm assuming that the other end is used for maybe smoothing out grout or like smoothing out the concrete that you put in between bricks. Is that what that is? Out of the plaster or whatever? I'm not sure why it's flat on that side. I don't think you actually use it for chiseling, though. Maybe it's used for prying bricks out. I'm not really sure. Never done brick work. I've done tile work. I've done shake work. I've done shingle work. I've done a number of projects, but I've never done brick work. Never done brick work. So yeah, somebody that actually does that will have to pipe in right here. Actually pays quite good. I mean, from what I understand, if you're working in concrete or you're working in masonry, you make quite a bit of money. Although when the housing market fell down, I know there was a lot of people in this area anyways that lost their entire livelihood. The housing market crashed here in California, and it really, really hurt the construction industry. Only like those contractors who had like really, really deep resources, essentially. Not like money per se, but who had like very, very deep client lists survived it. That was basically the only way that you made it through. If you were just starting out your masonry business, right about the time that fell through, yeah, it was good night, sweet prince for you, unfortunately. Which is disappointing, too, because, like, you would expect that if you're doing ass-breaking labor, like, you're in one of those industries where you work really, really hard, like, all day long in the sun. You could make money no matter what, but that is not the case. You can work real, real hard and lose everything just due to the fact that, like, the economy changes. It's ugly. This is the guy right here you can deliver drops to, if you're wondering. We'll give it to Spike. Yeah, that gave us quite a bit, actually. Did it deliver both at the same time? It delivered both at the same time, so there you go. I'm going to grab the extra goodies, though, that he's got, because he is a quartermaster who seems to have, I don't know, he doesn't have a quarter for us. If he had a quarter for us, I'd be pretty excited. I'd be like, I need to stop by Spike more often. That dude gave me a quarter. Anyways, I figure that he's got the quarterly supplies that we need. I don't know. Ow! The hell was that? What just happened? I have no idea what that was right there. Can you not slide across manholes, maybe? I'm not sure what just occurred right there. I didn't slide into the fire, did I? The fire was way off to my left. I'm not sure what happened right there. I couldn't tell you. Maybe that was just a bug. I don't know. Just lost a bunch of health for something, though. I don't know. The game said we did something wrong and decided to give us the punitary damages that are necessary for performing that action. I'm not really sure. Not really sure. The punitive. There we go. Punitary is not a word. Punitive. Punitary sounds like it has something to do with being punished in a graveyard. Like if you're a grave digger and you just totally screwed up, they'd be like, here is your punitary damages. Alright, I'm going to try and go through this window because a lot of these buildings have good stuff inside of them. Namely these big crates. I figure in this episode we'll probably go and introduce ourselves to Rice. That was where the actual press demo ended. And I am very, very interested in seeing like what's around. There's a lot of exploration in this game though too. So you kind of want to run around and have a look at things if you've got the extra time on hand. Maybe we'll go, let's go talk to Rice now. We'll get that mission all nice and done, and then once that's finished, then we'll have a little bit of a free roaming session. How's that sound? I think that sounds pretty good. I think that's a nice compromise. Let's go do some storyline. I'm going to follow the crick on down, see if we can find any other goodies. You can find both the effervescent or the fluorescent mushrooms. I think does this water hurt you? I'm going to find out real quick. It doesn't look like it hurts you. It looks like you should be okay. Oh, another airdrop. Hey, doesn't matter if it's underwater. This water seems like it has some nasty algae. We're going to get an amoeba in our eye and die or something, but it should be okay. Flares remain functional even though there's underwater. I said flares are functional, but that kind of works. I guess I'm just going to address it and move forward. Is there anything in the cave over here? Every now and again they reward you for like fiddling around, entering a dark area. So what it means by that is inside of a dark area, there's going to be nightmares active. So you want to just kind of like stay low and be careful. It means there's a lack of sunlight and you're going to end up... Okay, so there's a bunch of them over there. It's not a good idea for us right now. It looks like there's some of the specials in here too. We might need a gas mask. It looks like we've got some kind of like random smoke or something going around, and I don't know if it's going to be bad for us. Can they swim? Yeah, I was going to say they can't swim, I don't think. So if we're able to jump back into the water, we might be okay, but it's looking a little bit sketch right now. It's looking really, really sketchy. Let me turn on my flashlight. We'll try and loot one of these guys down here at the bottom. Just see if he's got anything. $165. It looks like they die when they hit water too, so it might be worth it to, you know, stock up on some of these corpses here as they fall in. So yeah, that's actually quite a bit of cash. There's definitely a pecuniary advantage to sort of just like waiting this thing out and seeing what happens when they fall in the water. Much beyond that though, I'm not really sure how to direct this. Looks like there are specials. Those right there, they blow up. Those are smokers or something like that right there. They blow up when you hit them. If there's no nightmares though, I don't feel too bad about maybe being up in this area and just seeing what we find along the way. These guys are going to give you a nasty little puff though when they go down, as I recall. Oh, into the water. We got a nightmare. He should just line up next to the water and just like quit. The nightmare, I don't think we can handle him right now. We'll come back to this. I'm going to note it on my map for now. Can I add a note? I can't add a note. That's disappointing. I don't like it when games don't allow me to add a note because I'd like to add a note right here that says, you know, thing that you want later on. Maybe I'll print screen it and I'll save it for later and I'll add it to a little file of things we can explore once we're a little bit better equipped. So there we go. I'll throw it into my print screen file. I can drop a waypoint on it. The problem being though is that's just like you can only have one at a time, so... Yeah, Rice is way over here. He's kind of like out in the barrio. Like seriously, you'll see what I mean once we get over there. We explored it in the press demo. It's definitely the hood. Let's jump down in here. I mean, obviously there are certain areas of the city that are nicer than others, but that area over there, it's definitely got things that look like housing projects to me. We've got ourselves a backpack, so technically we should just run that back to Spike real quick and get another level up. How's our XP looking? Have we gotten any level ups? Okay, we got 2. We got an agility level up. So dropkick, it's my favorite ability. Seriously, dropkick is the greatest thing ever, and me bypassing it is not going to happen. Dropkick essentially just like one-shots everything. It's the greatest attack ever, and unless they've nerfed it, it should still be a very, very useful ability for us. We can go with conserve weapons. I'm going to use that one. So the two choices we have, conserve weapons or power attack. Power attack is just your standard, exactly what it sounds like. You hold down the left click and you hit the enemy really, really hard in exchange for a ton of your stamina. Since we don't really have a lot of stamina, I think I'll stick with conserve weapons for right now, because being able to save your weapons as you go through the game is actually a really, really important bullet point. So let's just put a little check mark next to that and we'll make for Rice. Maybe we'll also try, I don't think it's a good idea to visit Rice while we've got a drop on our back, considering his faction and our faction are actively killing each other for access to these things. Let's take this back to Spike real quick. We'll throw it up into his lap. Probably won't make us super friendly with him, just straight up into his lap, but we can deal with it for right now. This place is dark. Is there anything in here that I want? No. Huh. This looks like it might be access to one of those flats that we were having trouble getting up and inside earlier. Yeah, I think it is. Got anything for me? Nothing there. That crate's not breakable. It says fragile, but I'm going to break it with my foot because, you know, they don't order me around. In this room, it looks like we've got goodies of some kind, but once again, we've hit a dead end. I'm thinking maybe you get like a door bash later on, like you get like a running shoulder slam that breaks down some of those doors. Some of them are accessible from the backside, but some of them are just, by and large, they seem to have no access to them unless there's some special ability I don't know about. Who knew it? Baklava has amazing healing properties. I figure it'd be good for, like, I don't know, morale, but HP, I don't know. Was there anything in here? I thought I saw one of those gold statues. Never mind, let's go back. We're going to drop this off. That'll level up our survival level, I think. Maybe. He's right on the other side of the creek, and then we'll make the run over to Rice's place. We'll explore a little bit while we're over there, because the neighborhood that surrounds Rice's place has actually some really interesting stuff to fiddle around with. On this side, drop this off real quick. And there it is. Okay, and so now we've got a survivor level, yeah. And so survival being one of the better skill sets, you do want to keep that on the up and up as long as possible. On this side, crafting expertise, create more items from the same materials. We can either do that or we can barter. I think I might take a couple levels in bartering because some of the more expensive legendary weapons that you're going to be stacking on as the game goes through, it might be important to conserve the cash. I don't know. I might be making a wrong call right now, but it's the call I'm going to make. So there you go. Can I open this, by the way? Some of these are openable. In case you were wondering, like there are, I don't know, there's a lootable thing inside of there, so I figure later on we'll somehow, we got another kid over here. What is this? Oh no, it's actually a rare store, so you actually should check these out right here. It's a good plan to check out the rare stores because they stock things that you can't get from other stores. So they have, usually they have a random like specialty item that you can't get anywhere else, and so it's worth the look. And I think I gotta go up and around, so let's give that a try. Yep, up onto the roof. I may not be a fiddler, but I am definitely on your roof.
Hey friend, over here.
See what he's got. He's got a cricket bat that's epic, but nothing else really. A little bit disappointing, in fact. We can sell our stuff to him, though, since we're out and about. Actually, I'm going to sell all my valuables right now. There we go. So we're up to $6,000. We're looking really, really good. I don't know if that's in, like, USD or, like, Haran's local currency, but either way, I think we're good on weapons right now. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't want to spend any cash that I don't have to for the time being. I should also grab the Zajigalka while we're here. The Zajigalka is basically a flame modification for two-handed blunt, I think. I don't know. It's a good plan, though. It's up on the roof right there. Just got to figure out a way to get up there. It's not too difficult. There you go. And so in reward for looking up here, there's the Zajigalka. And essentially all that it does is, actually, we can verify what I said right now. The Zajigalka puts it onto one-handed blunt, actually baseball bats, crowbars, so yeah, we can actually go for that right now. I'm going to add it to my police baton. And it will change the graphic of the police baton that you're using, just in case you were wondering. The police baton will look cooler. So there it is. I think, oh, I'm inside a safe zone. I was going to try and pop it out right now so that you guys could see it, but nope. Unable to see it for the time being. There it is right there. It just puts a little flamethrower on the edge of our baton. It sets things on fire. The fire can spread. By and large, it's a pretty useful modification. One of my favorites, in fact. There's another one. There's a bunch of fire enchants, and they all do different things, but this one right here is the one that I've had before, so there it is. There was a noise off to the left. I don't know if you saw it, but it pinged it on our map. Might be worth taking a look at since we do have extra time. No, we don't actually. We don't have extra time right now. I think it might be a good idea. Our cooking ingredients are looking a little bit scant. Yes, I'm talking about thyme, the herb. Anyways, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. I don't know. I'm a Simon and Garfunkel fan. To be fair, Paul Simon I feel like was the better part of that half, but it doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Let's be on our way out. Garfield had a voice like an angel, so take from that what you will. I mean, you can hate as much as you want, but Simon and Garfunkel are like an indelible part of like that whole 60s, 70s music scene. Mostly 60s. Maybe even late 50s. I don't know. Simon and Garfunkel seem like they were definitely like part of the flower power routine. This is a FEMA camp right here, as I recall. Or is it just a bazaar? This is a bazaar. There's FEMA camps, too. Oh, hey now. What's up, gents?
It's Crane, right? Crane the big shot? Crane the superstar? You know what I think? I think Brecken blows your skills way out of proportion.
You want something, pal?
Yes. It drives me up the wall that people consider you to be the best runner in the tower. It's always been me. Volcan, let's settle this once and for all. Show me what you've got, Crane. Prove you're faster than I am. Unless you're scared. Are you?
I mean, I got time for your noise. So there's a challenge right there. Okay, so there's a challenge to be denoted over here. These dudes out here eating... Why are you chopping up a zombie, bro? That seems like a terrible plan. Oh, he's making himself some... He's doing some interior decorating. Never mind. I'm okay with that. Doesn't appear to be much around here aside from maybe like a floor plank. Yeah, and that's a weapon of desperation. The door can be interacted with, but there's no way to get in there for right now, so I guess I'll leave it alone. I want to do the rice part before we go much further because I'm curious as to what's going to happen after that. I haven't had a chance to play the game in my free time yet. And so this LP is basically my only access to the game that I've had so far, and I'm really curious about what happens here. There's a bus station over here. We cleared it out in our press preview, and there's actually a lot of stuff in the bus station, a lot of cop cars and things like that. You should probably check them if you're looking for firearms. I would say that it's a wise idea for you to carry around at least one firearm at any given time. A shotgun, pistol, whatever makes you feel safe, whatever strap makes you feel like you're strapped in. Oop, there's another statue right there. We'll grab that. I do know where we are right now, so this navigation shouldn't be too difficult. There's basically like this barren period, or this barren area in between where Rice is at. Rice is real easy to find. He's right over there with the giant banner on the side of that building.
Okay, Raheem, I'm here.
Make sure they see you and know who you are. You don't want to sneak up on them. That's a good way to catch a bullet.
Wish me luck, kid.
Good luck, brother. You're going to need it.
Alright, so in we go to meet our lovely neighbors and see who it is that we'll be contending with for the near future. Off we go. Ooh, military guy right there. I wonder if the... No, I don't know if the military guys have good shit. I'm not really sure. Let's just stay on task for right now.
Don't shoot!
Hands up! What the fuck do you want?
I'm here to see Rice. Brecken sent me.
Brecken? That asshole in the tower? Alright, what does he want?
I've come to make a deal.
What kind of deal?
The kind I make with Rice, not with his flunkies.
Alright, let him through. This ought to be entertaining.
Okay, so in we go. And welcome to meeting Rice. This is a fun one.
How long have we been friends, Osman? We have been friends for a very long time. That is why I'm so surprised that you would steal from me.
Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Now I give you a choice. Very simple. Your right hand or your left?
Left.
Was that my left or your left? You have the look of the tower about you. What do you want?
I'm here to make a deal.
A deal. For Antazin, no doubt. Desperate times. And what do you offer in return? Hmm? Your services? Your loyalty? Perhaps I should take both.
Talk to Karim. He's one of ours. Do what he asks of you, and Rise will consider giving your people some antizin. Understood?
I don't seem to have a choice.
Perceptive.
Well, I guess you could say that guy's less handy now. Although he's more handy capable. He's going to have 5 less chances to knuckle up to the situation, that's for sure. I don't know. Somebody probably should have gave him a hand, but they already took one, so you know what they mean. Additionally, a bird in the hand becomes a much more serious kind of phrase for him. That anecdote does not stay the same. Well, that metaphor anyways. Alright, well my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for hand puns and everything else. I'll see you... Wow, these guys have DACA over here. No wonder we're losing. Jesus. These guys are strapped. Well then, I think I need to find myself a piece or this is going to work out for me. My name is Splattercat. I will see you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do. I hope you had a good time. It's always a privilege. See y'all later.